بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. So moving on, we want to look at where the shibhul jumla becomes the maf'ulun bihi in a sentence, or maf'ulun bihi ghayru sarih, to be more precise and more correct. So a quick recap: we have our phrases, and we've been through this many times. Those are matn i'rab, the ma'tuf alayhi harful atf, ma'tuf mubdal minhu badal. The rest, the two that matn ding, everything, which is the ism ishara musharu ilay, the man'ut not. Then you have those that don't match. Those that don't match, which is the possessive phrase, the mudaf ilay, and the prepositional phrase, which is a jar majroor, and that mudaf ilay, which is the mudaf ilay, in which the mudaf is a zarf. Okay? And so far we've done the shibhul jumla. In a jumla ismiya, it can be a normal khabar, zaydun fil bayt, or it can be khabar muqaddam, or it can be the khabar of la ilaha fil jins. It can jumla fi'liya, it can have maf'ul fih, or maf'ul fih ghayru sarih, or maf'ul lahu ghayru sarih, and then with the maf'ul mutlaq ghayru sarih. These are the slots of a jumla, a shibhul jumla so far, in jumla ismiya and in jumla fi'liya. Now, right. What we're seeing here is we can have a shibhul jumla which becomes a maf'ul bihi. The shibhul jumla takes a maf'ul bihi. Now this is very important. This is a big explanation. Let me give an example. Let's look at the word qala. When you have the word qala. So in qala, what does qala mean? He said. Now in Arabic, if you can think of any Quranic verses, it says qala lahum. So when you have the word qala, how is it used in Arabic? The thing you're speaking to, the person you're speaking to, what does it come with? Harfun jar of lam. What does lam mean in English? For, belongs to. Now if I say to you, if I translate this to you and I say qala lahum, he said for them. Is that correct? In English, it's not correct. And if I do the opposite way around, and I said, okay, in English I say, I said to you, so therefore in Arabic I must say, qultu ilayhi, and I use the word ilah. Is that correct? It wouldn't be correct. Each language has its own way of expressing the shibhul jumla. Sorry, each language has its own way of expressing the maf'ul when it comes with a harfun jar. So the huruf, the particles, have their own way of expression. Okay, you follow me? Yeah. So for example, one example is that I gave you. So when you say qala, so when you say to somebody, if even some of us may know Urdu. So for example, when you say I said to somebody, in Urdu you say maine usse kaha. So say means from. So in one language you have from. In Arabic you have the word lam, which means for. Now this is very unique. So in all languages, certain verbs have certain ways of expressing their meaning. If it's a maf'ul direct, it's not a problem. But when you're using a harfun jar, then you have to understand that language. You can't translate that harfun jar exactly word for word. Does that make sense? So when you have a maf'ul bi, many verbs have this specific way of having a maf'ulun bihi. Yes? And one such example is, look, we have here. Nasaha al-ustadu li-talib. Now, nasaha means to advise. Nasaha means what? To advise. Okay? And then you have li-talib, jar majroor. Yes? Now, who's the subject? The fa'il. The fa'il is what? Ustad. Now, if you look at lam, what does lam mean literally? Lam literally means for. The teacher advised for the student. But this lam is not here for the for meaning. This lam is actually for the maf'ul meaning. So basically in English, you wouldn't have to translate this lam. You would say, well, okay, I understand. The word nasaha comes with lam, and that's the way the word nasaha expresses its own maf'ul. So therefore, you don't have to translate this. You say what? The teacher advised the student. And you make it a maf'ul bihi. This is not the lam for meaning of a for. This is actually the nasaha has its own way of expressing is maf'ul bihi, which is the lam. That becomes jar majroor maf'ul bihi ghayru sari. In previous examples, in maf'ul mutlaq, we said it usually comes with ka or ba. In maf'ul ajli, lam or min ajli li ajli. Which I don't know, maf'ul fi ghayru sari, usually ala fi. Now, in maf'ul bihi ghayru sari, it doesn't matter. Do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't make a difference. Let me give you another example. You can say, for example, the al-madhlumu. The al-madhlumu ala-zalim. So the ayat means to make a dua, a prayer, a supplication. Now, when you have the al-madhlumu ala-zalim, the al-madhlumu ala-zalim. Now, ala-zalim, it means that now, when you say dua with Allah, it means to curse, invoke a curse against somebody. I will be saying Urdu and Gujarati, but dua. So the al-madhloom ala-zalim, you don't say the madhloom prayed upon the zalim. It wasn't the madhloom was sitting on the zalim and praying. This is actually what the maf'ul bihi in the meaning of curse. So when you translate this, you would say the oppressed curse the oppressor. So this Allah does not need to be translated. And there's so many examples. As you get familiar, you will realize now you cannot translate these huruf and jarra literally. You have to understand, is this a common harf and jar? Or is this a harf and jar which is particular to that verb? Do you understand? Okay. So let's do a few examples. Look. How do you go through this? Anyone want to give a chance? Who wants to go? Ibrahim, have a go. Bismillah. Are you there, Ibrahim? كذب is a فعل. المشركون is a فاعل. Now بيوم الدين. Let's look at the meaning first before the translation. Before we do the tarkib. كذب is to reject. And who's rejecting? The polytheist. Now ba literally means what? With. But is it meant here with? What does it mean here? Now the word kazzaba is used with ba. The thing that kazzaba occurs upon is used with ba in Arabic. So this becomes now what? Maf'ulun what? Bihi ghayru sarih. Maf'ulun bihi ghayru sarih. Understood? Do you understand? Now how would I translate this? Go ahead. The polytheists denied what? Deen means retribution, requital. Okay, so the polytheists denied with the day of deen, retribution, the day people will recompense for their deeds. How do you spell it? R-E-T-R-U? Retribution. Do you agree with my translation? You agree with it? Why is the word with here? Because this ba is not for with. This ba is to express the maf'ul bihi meaning. So what you do is like, let's think as raw material. Okay? Until now, we were just warehouses. We imported raw material and we exported raw material. We imported the words, we packed it, we exported translation word to word. Now we're processing. Yes? Now we become a factory where we're processing information. So we're saying here, we imported kadhaba biyawmiddin, and we said kadhaba biyawmiddin as raw material. When you put kadhaba with ba, you export it as what? Denied something, not denied with something. You have to process the information now. So kadhaba with ba does not mean denied with. It means what? In English you say, this denied. So we process it together and we forget the word with. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay. Hamad, do you want to give it a go? Okay, Muhammad. رضي is فعل. Then لفظ جلالة is فاعل. عن الصحابة الكرام مفعول به غير صريح. The karam is a mistake. It's not karam, it's kiram. Again, this is jar. This is majroor. And majroor is made up of what? Man'oot and not. Okay? Now, translation. Allah was pleased with the noble companions. Where's the word an gone? Explain to me why is the word an not being translated? Why do we not translate the word an? Pardon me? How would you explain this? Why has the word an not been translated? Or has it been translated? We translate it with, but an doesn't mean with. But again, you process it. We look at the word radiya an. How do I express the meaning radiya an in English? Pleased with. You don't have to look at literal translation, or don't look for a literal translation. Okay, G, you have a go. Okay, you do the next one. Anybody else? Come on, have a go. Ahmad. Ahmad, go ahead. ضل is فعل. is فاعل. مفعول به غير صريح. and then ضلالا بعيدا. Who can help? مفعول به ثان. No. Very good. مفعول مطلق. So ضل ضلالا, same masdar. So become what? مفعول مطلق. مفعول مطلق. Okay, let's do ضلالا بعيدا first. ضلالا is what? منعوت. And this becomes what? لنعم. عن صراط الله المستقيم. جار مجرور. عن صراط الله المستقيم. مضاف. and then Allah is what? لفظ جلالة is مضاف إليه. And then what's mustaqim become? This becomes a man'oot, because which path? The straight Allah's path. How is it described? The straight path of Allah. So man'oot and not. Do you understand? And translation would be the disbelievers dhalla as kafara, to go away from, to be misled, to go astray. Okay? Dhalla went astray. And because now you have dhalla dhalalan ba'ida, you translate together. Anyone going to help him? Went very far away, or went very astray. So the disbelievers went very far away, or went astray, or very astray from whose straight path? The straight went out, so very far away from the straight path of Allah. So the disbelievers went very far away from the straight path of Allah. Understood? So again, an is not using its literal meaning here. Okay? Right. How we go? Okay. Okay. How we go? Bismillah. Ji. مفعول يوم القيامة, it becomes مفعول فيه, and it's what مقدم, becomes before its original place. Then you asking me, telling me حرف نفي يغني the فعل. Then that becomes the fa'il all the way here. Then
the anil kafirina is the maf'ul bihi.
that becomes مفعول به غير سري. مفعول غير سري. And شيئا is what? مفعول مطلق. Did you go through it yesterday? Checked it out, the early notes. Okay, go ahead. مضاف مضاف إليه. مضاف مضاف إليه. معطوف عليه حرف عطف معطوف. جار مجرور. And translation? On the day of Qiyamah.
Wealth and children will be.
Wealth, children know wealth.
Children know wealth.
He came before. Anybody can help? To be of avail, to come to use.
Okay. Children know wealth.
Children know wealth. Will not come to
any use.
Any, because shay'an maf'ul mutlaq. Any use or any avail
For the disbelievers.
To the disbelievers or for the disbelievers. So on the day of Qiyamah, children know wealth. Children know wealth will come to any avail, or is any avail at all to the disbelievers. Yes? Okay? Yes? Anybody want to have go on the next one? حرم على المسلمين الميتة. Oh, I forgot. حرم الله على المسلمين الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير. Okay, Ibrahim, you have a go. No, Ibrahim had a go already. Hamad there yet? Okay, Muhammad, you go. Bismillah. Oh, yeah, Mus'ab. Okay, حرم is fail. Then لفظ جلالة becomes the fa'il. You go ahead. You started it. You go ahead. To make haram. To make impermissible. مفعول به ثان غير صريح, because this is the مفعول به. Why isn't that other way around? Because what was made haram? This was made haram. Who was it made haram upon? Al-Muslimin. So this becomes a maf'ul bihi. If you got one as jar majroor and one as a normal maf'ul sarih, you will make the sarih the maf'ul bihi. and the other one maf'ul bihi ghayr sarih usually. So this becomes the maf'ul bihi. Okay. And then mayta, ma'tuf alayhi ma'tuf, mudaf mudaf ilayh. So mayta is carrion, meaning dead animals. Dama is blood. Lahm is meat, and khinzir means swine, pig. So translation. But what you do, when you have a word that has made impermissible, you put made. So I remember I mentioned this before as well. When you have a verb that has two parts, to make impermissible, you put the make first, then the maf'ul bihi, then the impermissible. That's a better translation. So don't say Allah made impermissible mayta. Say Allah made what? Am I doing split infinitives? Allah made carrion, blood, and meat of the swine haram. That flows better, in my opinion. Translate it. And made impermissible for the believers or upon the believers. You can say here for or upon. That depends what is better in English. So this Allah, you translate it not based on Allah, but how the word to make impermissible is used in English. It could be on, it could be for. What is better in English then? Is it making sense? Okay. Musab, have a go at last one. Okay. مفعول به مفعول فيه. I would say مفعول به غير صحيح because you guide somebody to something. So it's like a maf'ul. Now let me explain one point here. This maf'ul bihi and maf'ul the ghayr sarih, at some points it gets confusing. Meaning you won't be sure is it bihi ghayr sarih. If you're sure, write it. If you get confused between which type, because again, it's not. So it is even people, advanced people can get confused. Which maf'ul ghayr sarih slot is it? If you're ever confused, you can write maf'ulun ghayr sarih. I give you that much leeway. Yes? So, because it can be confusing at times. Try your utmost to figure out which sarih slot it is in, ghayr sarih slot is it in. But sometimes it can be confusing, so it's not the end of the world. If you think, well, if you said it's maf'ul fi ghayr sarih, I will tell you no, until you don't get more familiar with the language. And it can be confusing at certain times. Okay? And that's something you will have to accept that, yes, certain things, until my vocabulary doesn't increase, until I don't see the word being used often enough, I might not be able to differentiate between the bihi ghayru sarih and the fi ghayru sarih. But don't worry about it too much. But if you can't figure out, try your best. And if you get slight things wrong, or you can't comprehend it totally, it's not the end of the world. It is something that can be confusing. And to be honest with you, I find it sometimes, I get a bit confused myself as well sometimes. How do we label them? But here's maf'ul bihi ghayru sarih. As you get more familiar with the language, you become appreciative that why is maf'ul bihi and not maf'ul fi. Okay? And then ila becomes the what? Jar and majroor. What's the majroor made up of? Sirat is not a nat, an adjective, so sirat can't become the nat. Mustaqim is a nat. Sirat becomes what? So yes, a man'ut. Nat become the badal of. Just move the minhu. Yes? So Allah guided the believers to Islam, comma, the straight path. So in these examples, the maf'ul bihi, we say maf'ul bihi, thanin, sorry. So you have the maf'ul bihi thanin or the maf'ul bihi. Either one as well, in the ghayr sari form. Okay? So there's a few more examples here. Time is a bit short. You have this in your workbooks, you can do this inshallah. Okay? Yes? Yes, go ahead, Hamad. You want to do it? Okay, go ahead, Bismillah. Is it individual effort or team effort? Go ahead, fail. Fa'il. مفعول به غير صريح ظلما شديدا مفعول مطلق. Okay, then منعوت ظالم not, and then بدل مبدل منه, then jar مجرور, then مبدل منه بدل مضاف إليه. بنو إسرائيل also مضاف إليه. ظلما شديدا is what? منعوت and not. And translation, bagha is to transgress, to oppress, to pass the limits. So the oppressive king, Fir'aun, transgressed or passed the limits against the nation of Musa, the children of Israel. And dhulman shadida is not the exact same word as bagha, but has a similar meaning. So the oppressive king Fir'aun greatly transgressed against the people of Musa, the children of Israel and Banu Israel. Understood? Yes? Okay. So this summary the last one now is maf'ul bihi ghayru sari. We've been through the phrases before. Okay. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.